Set 3 years after the return of the Jedi, the Disney Plus Star Wars series The Mandalorian follows a lone gunslinger who works outside of the law. The cast features actors from the world of Game of Thrones, the X-Men universe, and even the Rocky movies. Here's how you might know them. From the moment that Pedro Pascal's Prince Oberyn Martell strutted into King's Landing, Game of Thrones gained a new fan-favorite character.
You shouldn't drink before a fight.
You learned this during your years in the fighting pits. I always drink before a fight.
As the Red Viper, Pascal was able to leave an extremely memorable mark on the series, especially with his grisly death. Pascal has also had a slew of minor roles in television, including playing Nathan Laundrie in The Good Wife. He also played Javier Peña in the Netflix original series Narcos. As for noteworthy movies, Pascal appeared in the action flick Kingsman: The Golden Circle and the drama If Beale Street Could Talk. At 2019's Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, Pascal briefly touched on his upcoming role in The Mandalorian, in which he plays the protagonist, saying, "The Mandalorian is a mysterious lone gunman in the outer reaches of the galaxy. Some might say that he has questionable moral character, which is in line with some of our best westerns, some good samurai films, and he's a badass." In this day and age, it's not uncommon for famous MMA fighters to make the transition to acting. Add Gina Carano to the list. Carano's first leading role came in 2011 when she played Mallory Kane in the adrenaline-pumping action movie Haywire. Since then, she has played minor parts in a couple of blockbuster smashes, including 2013's Fast and Furious 6 and 2016's Deadpool. In The Mandalorian, Carano will be playing Cara Dune, an ex-rebel shock trooper who is apparently having some trouble reintegrating into society after the last big Star Wars. Although not much is known of her character, Carano took to Instagram and shared the first image of her character, commenting about her time at Star Wars Celebration. She wrote, "I can't describe the energy I felt. It was incredible, and I'm so grateful for all of you and the crazy awesome support you showed us. I'm so stoked. That was epic." Carl Weathers is a Hollywood icon with a well-rounded acting resume of notable roles, including Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchise and Dylan in Predator. In the 90s, he embodied the hilarious golf legend-turned-coach Chubbs Peterson in Adam Sandler's timeless comedy Happy Gilmore. In The Mandalorian, Weathers will be playing the role of Greef Karga. Although the details of his character are still under wraps, the actor took the podium at this year's Star Wars Celebration in Chicago to offer some insight into his role, saying, "He's kind of the head of this guild of bounty hunters. There seems to be a lot of kind of nefarious people. He's looking for someone to go after a product for a client that's very valuable." A native of Copenhagen, Denmark, Giancarlo Esposito has played major parts in huge television series and lent his trademark silky smooth voice and charisma to several successful motion pictures. He is perhaps most recognized for his role as Gustavo Fring, the drug kingpin employer of Walter White in AMC's Breaking Bad. Like most facets of The Mandalorian, Esposito's role is still largely unknown. However, in an interview with Collider, the Emmy-nominated actor briefly opened up about his time on set, saying, "I got a great costume, we got great set pieces. I'm not giving anything away because Jon Favreau is an artist, truly an artist. He was working with George Lucas on this particular piece and making it a piece that we can really relate to now in our world that we're in." Can you imagine anyone but Harrison Ford playing the iconic role of Han Solo in 1977's A New Hope? Several high-profile actors were considered for the part before Ford, at the time a relative unknown, landed it. One of those actors was Nick Nolte, the star of 1977's The Deep. In an interview with MTV, Nolte admitted that he felt he would have been, quote, "kind of a goofy Star Wars guy." Now, as it turns out, he will get to be a goofy Star Wars guy in The Mandalorian, though the nature of his role is still unclear. Nolte has built up quite a respectable acting resume over the years, as proven by his 3 Oscar nominations. He is perhaps most recognized for his role as Jack Cates in 1982's 48 Hours and its 1990 sequel, Another 48 Hours.
You're done. End of story.
Although he is now well into the back nine of his career, Nolte is hardly slowing down, appearing over the past decade in projects like 2015's A Walk in the Woods and 2018's The Padre. Fans of the CW Supernatural will no doubt recognize Emily Swallow, who played the seductive Archangel-slaying Amara, aka The Darkness. The 39-year-old actress has also held a number of minor roles in various television shows, including The Mentalist and How to Get Away with Murder. Her big screen debut came in 2008's The Lucky Ones, briefly sharing the screen with Rachel McAdams and Tim Robbins. Although details of her character in The Mandalorian remain shrouded in mystery, Swallow's Twitter feed suggests that she had a great time on set, particularly while working with a special co-star. She wrote, "Working with Taika Waititi on one of my episodes of The Mandalorian fulfilled a very weird and off-kilter dream of mine." After directing the wildly successful Thor Ragnarok, Taika Waititi has become a household name for fans of comic book movies. In addition to lending his voice to the hilariously dry Cronin warrior Korg, Waititi also made a splash in the acting world with his role in the 2014 vampire comedy What We Do in the Shadows, which he also co-directed and produced. As it turns out, Waititi, who will also be directing an episode of the series, will be voicing the droid IG-11 in The Mandalorian. Star Wars fans will recognize this droid as being a similar build to IG-88, an assassin droid who was among the group of bounty hunters hired by Darth Vader to hunt down Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon in The Empire Strikes Back. German filmmaker Werner Herzog is perhaps best known for his directorial work overseas, including existential dramas about the human will like 1982's Fitzcarraldo. However, he has also tried his hand at acting more than a few times, like when he appeared alongside Tom Cruise in Jack Reacher. Eagle-eyed fans of NBC's Parks and Recreation might also recognize him from his cameo as spooky homeowner Keg Jeggins in an episode from the show's 7th season.
So this place has had 0 offers?
People seem to be scared off on account of it being haunted.
When speaking to the Associated Press, Herzog, who will be playing a villain in The Mandalorian, applauded the series as a return to classic filmmaking compared to other slick blockbuster projects, saying, "The Mandalorian was filmed not at all like the other Star Wars or other big event films with green screen everywhere. You see the landscape, you see the formation. The camera could even be handheld and move in between us, seeing the same landscape. It's not green screen and artificiality. It brings movie making back to where it should be. It's a phenomenal achievement." Although Omid Abtahi was excited about landing a role in The Mandalorian, according to Discussing Film, he wasn't always a Star Wars fanatic. He told the outlet, "I hadn't seen any of the Star Wars films other than The Last Jedi, but when I got offered the role, I realized I had to go and watch them and fell madly in love with them, and now I am beating myself for waiting so long to watch it." While it's rumored the newly minted Star Wars fan will be playing an ex-Imperial intelligence officer named Dr. Pershing, not much else is known of Abtahi's role. The American-Iranian actor has appeared in quite a few movies and TV shows throughout the 2000s. While he is perhaps best known for his role in the Star series American Gods, he has also appeared in films like 2012's Oscar-winning Argo and 2015's The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. You might also recognize him for his small roles in various episodes of popular television series, including Better Call Saul. In The Mandalorian, Bernard Bolin will be playing the mysterious role of Father. Although this is almost definitely his most high-profile gig to date, the Spanish-British actor is no stranger to the screen. He has appeared in several television shows, both foreign and domestic, and even has a few movie roles under his belt. He briefly appeared on TNT's The Last Ship, and also played an actor playing Christopher Columbus in the CW's Jane the Virgin. It's unclear how significant a role he will be playing in The Mandalorian, but Bolin may well be poised for a major breakout moment. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about Star Wars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.